Hello and welcome to Lenovo Unboxed. I'm Gavin with Kevin.
Gavin, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about
Awesome.
you?
Awesome.
We've returned to the place where we actually shot our very first unboxing.
Yep.
Joe's got the handheld camera today.
Yeah.
We're going old school and we're keeping it as simple and direct as we possibly can. And we're here, Kevin, to talk about a really nice, really sweet new smartphone as we continue to kind of gradually spread out around the world and add to our product line in the smartphones. What stands out about the Vibe X for you?
Okay, so the first thing that's going to jump out at you as soon as we get this out of the box is how thin and light it is, right? It's extremely thin, extremely light, 6.9 millimeters, 121 grams. So let's go ahead and get this out of its nice, stylish box
The weight
here.
of 5 AA batteries.
Correct, correct. Somebody's been
and by the
reading
way,
the marketing collateral.
Yeah, exactly. I got to read my marketing stuff. And you know what's really cool to me, not just the design of the phone, but the design of the packaging, which we saw in the K900 as well before it. And this is a really, really slick, really nice looking phone.
It is, it is. So just a couple quick things about it, a couple quick specs. Got Gorilla Glass 3, right? So as strong as it ever was, but thinner and lighter.
Yep.
And the really big thing about this is even though it is as thin as it is, 6.9 millimeters, we've managed to pack in a couple of really good cameras. 13 megapixels on the back and a 5 megapixel on the front with an 84-degree field of view. And you know what that means?
Selfieville. It's all about the selfie. Honestly, we are touting this thing as a great phone for taking selfies on. And as goofy as that is, and as ubiquitous as selfies have been, they were just named. Selfie was named the word of the year by I forget, Oxford Dictionary.
Doesn't surprise me.
But it's for a reason. Everybody's taking them. You know, let's be honest. Every chance you get, you're taking the selfie, Kev. I know it. I know you are.
Absolutely. So 5-inch 1920 by 1080 screen. That is an IPS screen. That comes in at 441 pixels per inch, 441 PPI.
And it is beautiful.
It's what we're calling a 20/20 vision screen, partially because it's so bright and so clear. And I think the camera will pick this up. The glass rounds out on the edges a little bit.
Yeah, to curved glass, huh?
Right? To kind of get the whole design. So let me
show us the back of it again, if you would. The finish on it is really cool. It's laser engraved finish. Slightly raised, so a little bit of texture on the back. Can't tell if we still have the plastic on there anyway. But But again, the display to me really stands out as well, Kev. And you talked about 441 pixels per inch.
Right.
And talk to me about the other specs for this thing. It's Android 4.2, right?
Correct. Okay. It's got a quad-core 1.5 gigahertz processor. Talked about the Gorilla Glass. Let's see what else we got. 2 gigs of RAM and USB on the go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so talk to me about this. This is where you can basically charge other devices off your phone, right?
Correct. So if you're, the way I explain it to people who just want to hear it in like the most simplistic terms, whatever, it's basically you can jumpstart your buddy's battery, just like a car. You do have to have a USB on-the-go cable, but once you've got that, you can plug this in and actually charge something else off of this.
That's really cool.
That's what USB on-the-go is.
And the battery that I saw in the specs was 16-hour talk time. Is that what you'd see?
Yep.
Yeah. And so again, maybe degraded a little if you're trying to use it as your hub and charging everything else.
Right.
One other note on the size of this thing. I've been walking around with one of these K900 phones, and there's two major points of difference between these phones, right? One is the size. So the K900 is 5.5 inches. Well, again, we're talking about 5 inches for the Vibe X, right?
Right.
But the other thing is the design. And so the K900, if you want to flip that one for me, Kev, the K900 is really industrial on the design. I've got a cover on the way, actually, but really nice, sort of like BAM industrial design.
Right.
And this one, I wouldn't call Vibe X girly by any means, but it's definitely a little more...
more rounded,
a little
shiny, a little more in touch with its softer side.
Exactly. So two very noticeable differences there: the size difference, and then the approach to design.
Right, and that's the thing. You know, obviously, the way I look at this is the way I think a lot of people look at it is people want to see a lineup of phones. They want to see an assortment of things because not everybody wants the same style, right? They want to see something to say, well, that one would be good for so-and-so. My brother would really like that one, but, you know, this is the one for me. So that's why we've got an assortment of styles.
And I know we've been touting the K900 as more of a business phone, and the Vive X is actually, its true name is the S960. I believe it's part of our S series, which again is more geared towards multimedia and that type of thing. And then we have the A series as well, which is, you know, our sort of affordable line of phones. Again, you guys will want to check wherever you live. For those of you guys in the U.S., keep writing to us, keep commenting. The phones are not in the U.S., they're not in Western Europe, but they're spreading out around the world, Kev.
They are.
Quite a few countries in Asia, South America, Mexico, Africa, and the Middle East. So wherever you are, we always appreciate it when you send us a note on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and nag us for phones in your country.
All right, so I'm going to pick this up, and for the finale here, let's
it's
flip
selfie
that
time,
camera around.
I wish I'd shaved today.
And let's get a nice selfie of us here in our old school digs in the Lenovo classroom.
Fabulous.
Look at the camera. And there we go.
Oh, that is
not the best picture we've ever taken.
That is not your best, brother.
I look a little frightened of myself there.
I'm going to make that my LinkedIn avatar, I think. But for now, we just wanted to give you the look at Vive X, our latest smartphone, and hope to make you fall in love with it, because honestly, the phones right now, Kevin, are picking up steam, and they're picking up steam fast. Our sales numbers around the world are fairly staggering at this point. And I think there's a reason for that. I think it's design, power, and again, a variety of options.
It's a good-looking phone. It absolutely is. All right, there we go. The Vive X.
There you have it. Vive X, unboxed. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.